All right, there we go. Okay, so we should be good. No audio, no audio stuff now. All the audios should be working. I don't know what happened. OBS just took a crap, I guess. That's cool. But yeah, so the YouTube's working now. Anyways, for the YouTube people, we're gonna finish this building today. Just got the windows done. So use the fast texture tool to get all of these aligned. So it looks pretty good, especially with it taking out like some of this corner. I think that'll look really cool to see into this building a lot deeper. So yeah. I'm also gonna have glass here, which is what I'm trying to carve out right now. And I'm not sure how deep this should be. Maybe, probably 4. Because the frame that we've been doing is 4. So we'll just move this in 4. And then we'll make our cut. Right there. So let's swap. Don't think that's... I don't think that's working properly. There we go. Oh, I wonder. How high does this go? Just right there. Which, that's okay. Actually, that works. Alright, so we'll cut it out. And then we'll just get rid of this. No, we could use it. We could use it. We'll just retexture it to this texture. Metal. And then we'll just make it the right size. There we go. Pop it in. Very nice. Okay. So what size were these? These were 54. I don't know if this is going to line up perfectly with 54 being the size. Let's see. Okay. Move that in 2. And we actually want to use the face when we do this. That's 54. And then we want to move this over. 56. 56. And we have that gap there. So how can we make that look good? I think we just do this. We move this all the way over. Right there. And then we just have the middle window be bigger. That doesn't look too bad. We'll take the bottom up too. Grab all of these. Bump that up. Then we'll do it to the top. Okay. Alright, that should look good. We can combine all these like that. And what's going on down here? It's not high enough. Perfect. And then this will be our glass. Boom. And right there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and do the material. Oh, that's the wrong texture. Perfect. Nice. Oh, that looks kind of weird. I think it'll work. Nice. Okay, that looks good. Now let's do the insides. What am I grabbing onto here? Oh, I gotta delete that face. Duh. Alright, cool. We're getting faster. We are getting faster at this. So there's our sort of like second window. And we could just copy this, hopefully, over here, because these should be the same size. Yeah. All we need is to get this to be the same height. So 129? Is that what it is over here too? Yeah, it is. Pull this down some. And take the whole thing. and push it in 4. Then we can make our cut. And then this will be our glass. Oh no. Oh, we can just get rid of this. And this face. Get rid of it. These two we can combine. And then we could just move this over. We want probably change this. Even though I'm not sure that's a face, we'll see. We're still going to keep that edge there just in case we need to pull it at some point. Cool. And then these, let's see, what size is this point? That's a weird size. Let's go ahead and put that on there. Oh. Okay. We can get our like pillars in place. Yeah, what up, Mundane Man? Sorry, my mic wasn't working in OBS earlier. But to answer your first question, I have thought about using Godot, only because you mentioned it the other day. And yes, I would recommend using this engine if you like building, like I do, and you've ever tried to use Hammer before. This is, I mean, it's based off of the Source 2 code, right? But it's heavily modified, and Sandbox just makes it so easy to build in this environment. Now you can use a Hammer to build maps in Sandbox, but I believe that we're kind of going to trend away from that, and building in Sandbox will be the way to go. It'll be so good that you won't even think about Hammer anymore. So I'm not using Hammer at all. I have a little bit, but I'm not using Hammer at all to make my maps. I just put it all in Sandbox, as you can see. So for that, I would recommend it, yeah. As far as the other things go, I don't know. Can't really tell you. There's some fun games on Sandbox. Obviously, they're all made with Sandbox. So, you know, the potential for, you know, someone coming in from some other engine and using this, I think is, and making something good is pretty high. Especially with the cloud browser built right in. Now they have the code search where you can, you know, search people's code and see how they're doing stuff to learn it a lot easier. So yeah, there's growing pains though. So just know that. You know, they're gonna switch things up on you. They're gonna change things. They're gonna update things and add things. So if you're willing to deal with that, something that's a little bit less predictable, I guess you could say, then I'd say try it. But you could see the roadmap on their website and see what they're trying to do, what they're trying to add. They lay it all out. Okay. So this is looking good so far. We're gonna remove the faces from this that we don't need. Yeah, what up, Graham? Sorry, my mic wasn't working earlier, so I was talking to myself for about 47 minutes, which is cool. Which, you know, I probably would have done regardless, but, yeah. What's up, mate? How you doing? We are cranking away. Alright, this looks really good so far. So let's go ahead and extend this face over to sort of occupy like both of these spaces, right? This is pretty much how it's going to be set up. We'll do something like that. And then I don't know how we're going to do this interior. This is going to be a little bit more complicated. To do this one. Put a chunk of work into the inventory system today and made a furniture shop NPC started loading with a ton of RP. Whoa, what? Made the furniture shop NPC started loading it with a ton of RP interior. Oh, cool. Cool. Very cool. Alright, how should we do this? So that we get to keep our ledge. Ah, this is why I kept it. So I could do this. So I can grab this, right? Oh. Not that. Let's move this window out. Just a touch. Dude, these windows are gas. Thank you. Yeah, I'm getting a lot faster at doing the material part too. The whole process is just getting faster, so that's good. Very good. This will come out. Same deal. Grab that. Grab that. And bump it out. That looks strange for some reason. I think I just need to align it. $32, $33. Is 33 like the standard here? 36. Let's grab this. This. Oh no. Oh no. It's not okay, this is not a hard fix. So if this is 33, move it out 3. It's that easy. Give me that. Move it in 3. Give me you. Move it in 3. Nice. I need to shit tomorrow. I have some ideas I want to spend by before starting them. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, our schedules haven't really been lining up that well, have they? That's alright. We'll figure it out. Okay, so this needs to be 36. It is. This. Split out 3. There we go. And how do I do this? This needs to come down. I forget what the height is. It's like 22 or something? Right there. Okay. And this piece basically get mirrored in here. Like that. Ah, these aren't lined up. So what angle is this? Let's see. That is not even the same piece. Okay. What does this have to come out? 3? Think so. Yeah, there we go. I imagine this is the same. Oh, it might not be actually. No, it's not. Give me you. How about there? Huh. Okay. So everything looks good now. And I mean, this can kind of like come over here. Sort of occupy that space. Interesting stuff going on with the ceiling. But it's not, the interiors are not final. They're just kind of placeholders. So, do more detail later.
Zaxby's Giant Wraps, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Asian Sensation, and Buffalo Blue.
So interior. We will have this. No, do that. And just like start from there, I guess. Perfect. Bring this in. Do like that. And then we can raise up the middle, raise the roof. Sick. Invert. Delete. Delete. Fantastic. And we'll actually pull this face back. Like that. Perfect. So we really don't need all of that. And how long is this? 411? 412? And now it's 412. So that lines up quite nicely. See. That seems to be what we're doing. And as far as the floor, we need to raise this up. Like that. Cool. Oh, how good does that look? Yo. So good. It's actually so good. Wow. I mean, that could be final. Like if I just did this, I just made a cut like right here. Let me grab that face. Give me that. Did I get the face? I think I did. Yeah. So with this face, I can come in like that. Let's do it just in front of our door. So like right there. Oh, the wood comes outside a little bit. So right there. Okay, that's not noticeable. It like stops in our door, which is fine. And then if I grab these are fine. I don't know if there's any reason to worry about those edges other than like, no. Let's do that. Now this, just bring it out. And then what we could do is we take this, raise it up, raise it down, lower it down. And then we grab this, and then do a cut. And it's going to pretty much do what we need. There's a strange gap there, but we could patch that up later. Whoa. Okay, so now this is like looking all right. We can do it over here too. This isn't really like final. Okay, let's work on, oh, I gotta put my window back, don't I? Okay. So that's 4, so we needed to come out 32 to make 36. Then this to come down. And then this to come over. Perfect. And then what's going on here? Not really sure what happened here. Like if I delete that edge, what happens? Okay. And then if I grab that edge, got it. So there's a little bit of unnecessary floor there, but that's okay. Let's extend this. We want to extend it there. Then we'll take this guy, put it in place. I'm not too worried about that gap up top. Because I think what I really need to do is take this whole edge. It's like, what is that a part of? It's a part of the top. And I could fold that in. And I don't think it would be too weird. Right? So like I should be doing this. You know? Ugh. That's a little messy. That's the idea. Like if I cut there, and then there, then I can get what I want. Not to like pull everything in. Okay, that looks pretty normal. It might cause some problems for lighting later, but we'll figure it out. Well, okay, let's save. Holy cow, I haven't saved in a minute. We've done a lot there. We've done a lot. But like quickly. Very quickly. It's been an hour since we were muted for 47 minutes. And we got all of that done, so. fact that I'm like knocking out interiors at the same time is pretty impressive too, I think. Progress. It is progress. Oh, this looks so good. This looks so good. Holy. Hanging it out, yeah. This is actually sick. Thank you. Yeah, these stores are cool too. Like, or, you know, whatever anybody wants to make them. But they could be like little shops, right? And I know you said you wanted like little shops. So this is perfect. And we got variants too, you know? These are bigger. These ones smaller, but there's more of them. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is hype. All right, let's keep going. So this building. Oh, excuse me. This building has an interesting upper level, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I think I don't know. I think what we want here are like signs. But I think I can't tell if this is the canvas that I want people to paint on or if I should like add something to it. You know what I mean? Because in real life, this has like a big metal grate in front of it, and I really don't know why. It could be like something for weather, but at the same time, what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do up here. I don't know how to make it look interesting. So, I think what we'll do is sort of cap it off for one. We'll cap it off. Move all that over. And yeah, we can cut it like that. Take this. Move it over. I don't know. Maybe we'll figure something out for that later. So This looks pretty good. I'm trying to think, is there anything else we can do here? Oh, you know what I wanted to do is change this bottom piece. But this bottom piece is the whole piece, isn't it? So I want this bottom piece to be brick. Or tile. Let's find a nice tile. Like a brown or like a cream tile. Kind of like this, but I want more grout in between them. Kind of like this, but I want the color to be different. This is nice. Oh, you can't see this. I'm fighting textures right now. Hmm. Kinda like this. Not bad. It's kind of interesting. And it actually will not go all the way up. It'll be like this. You know, ungone. Here, no ungone. That's the rules. Those are the rules. Okay, that's a little bit more interesting. And need this to be right here. Just like that. Yeah. All right. So let's officially align these textures, shall we? Get everybody on the same page. Okay. Fantastic. So this could be, I don't know, would carpet look good on here? I feel like carpet would look good. Like really fine carpet. Yo, I don't know why that this I felt like a sense of like nostalgia. I don't know why. That's weird. Anyways, should we do it on the wall? Why not? It's interesting. I feel like that's something you would see. I like the smooth. Oh, I like the smooth texture for this, but I don't know. Let's give stuff some grit, some character, right? Let's be a little bit abrasive. That's yeah. Okay. So now those are pretty much, let's say these are like outfitted as much as I'm willing to do right now until I can like come up with like a good reason to put something in there. Maybe a desk, you know, front desk type vibe. But I might even just leave that up to some of the props that you have for your furniture shop. And just rely on those. I think that'll work best. So, okay, let's take care of this. And I know there's a bunch of unnecessary faces that I have on all of these frames. It's fine. Get rid of them later. I also was considering the fact that I am quite not, I don't know if I'm obsessed with doing it, because it certainly takes a while. But this whole frame window thing, if you really do see it everywhere. There's no other way that like people really do doors, I guess. That's just how it is. So, I mean, It makes sense that I am doing this over and over and over. But I would like to change it up somehow. I think the only way we're changing it up is if we do like an older building. But even then, that's probably still gonna have it. Yeah. Boy, these are ugly, huh? We'll have to fix that. Maybe we could just leave it like that. This is like an old type building. Okay. Hey, where's our bias here? Hmm, vertical. Actually, horizontal. I think that'll look better, especially with this window up top. Whoa. I think I should have a vertical bias on the sides, on the outside. But it's really hard to keep track of all these. The way all of these can move, like I could do it, but it looks fine regardless. What's going on here? Easy. All right. It's actually kind of fun to do that now. Let's see. Let's walk around, make sure everything's good. Dick. Fine. It's fine. Okay. All right. Looks pretty good. Getting into some detail now that's just not necessary. So real McAfee. Architecture looks like a believable corner store. This looks pretty good. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. This is based off of a real location. So it is, you know, structurally the same as a spot in real life. Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, I'm not gonna go too crazy with that interior. Just say, let's move on to the next building. This alley also is gonna be fun to kind of like decorate. Let's see. Can I get over here? Oh, I can't even see this building. Okay, that's fun. All right, next is this. this corner. Oh, this building is interesting. Okay. Oh, need to separate this as well in the hierarchy. So this building, what is this? Two, three, four, five. 5. We'll go 5, 1, 2. So group this and 5x, 1x, 2. Okay. Hopefully all of this. What is that grabbing? Grabbing a lot of stuff over here. We don't need this. For this. Over this. You start creating a whole city block. Is this going to be the greatest zombie project? Or may I ask what your mission is? Yo, zombies would be cool in this. Zombies would be cool in this. That would be really cool. Maybe. It could be applied to another game mode. But what this is for is, I don't even know really what to call it, but it's going to be akin to an RP server. That is the project. That is, you know, just this open, larger map. Experience. I don't really know what to call it. I'm so bad with names, but yeah. It's a big map. So I'll give you a little bit of perspective. As the more I zoom out, the less impressive it gets because there's just not a lot going on. But there is some stuff hidden down here too that eventually will end up, you know, finding a home. And then there's also other stuff too that you could see underneath that I'm just hiding for now. Because I don't know if I'm going to use it. But zombies would be fun. I thought about that. Like, how cool would it be to get, like, a transit style map on Sandbox? Some sort of, like, zombies game mode. I think there's a way to do it. And I've thought about it. That'll be a future project. Like, I've thought about the bus mechanics and everything. Like, I'm pretty sure it's doable. So, it'd be fun to work on. This door can go away as well. Yeah, I'm not making the game mode. I'm working with someone. One of my buddies is making all the game mode stuff, part of it, the game mode side of things. So, I just place blocks and make them look pretty. None of this needs to be here right now. Okay. Now is all of this? Yes, it is. Perfect. All right, that is good. We're going to recompile. Before we start working on the next building. Just in case anything is getting a little weird. Isn't your profile picture, Real McAfee, isn't that part of like some movement? Some like, isn't there like some boycott thing going on? And like everybody changed their pictures to paper clips? There's like some YouTuber who, I don't even know what I was watching. I don't usually watch him, but I just stumbled upon it. And everybody had like paper clips as pictures. Stall detected. Consumer rights activist and YouTuber Louis Rossman made a video asking people to change their profile pics to Clippy as a way to protest and show solidarity against companies and their anti-consumer practices. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, that's what it is. I knew that looked familiar. Like, Clippy is old, man. Like, Clippy is old. You know? Didn't just come out of nowhere. That's cool. But Louis or Louis Rossman, that's his name. I'll have to check him out and see what he's up to nowadays. See, it works. Now we're thinking about it again. Hopefully he accomplished his mission. Are you going to recycle your assets for other projects too? That's a good question. That's a good question. It really depends on what I'm working on. I have an interesting portfolio of projects right now, and not all of them are the same like theme. So I have a space themed map that I'm working on as well. It's a smaller one that I'll probably have done tomorrow. And I mean it doesn't recycle any assets. So I don't know. It just depends on my building style. I'm not working on a whole lot right now, but this. I can imagine in the future I will. So I have things like uploaded to the cloud in my organization. Just so like I don't have to remake stuff. Because like making frames and making doors, like glass doors, there were no glass doors in the cloud browser. So then I just started making them and uploading them. And a few people, you know, use them, which is cool. But you know, I don't know how useful it is for like other projects. It might be. I can see myself doing that. But I don't have many. Now, as far as like buildings go though, this is pretty specific to this location. I think in the future it might be fun to like pick out things like, you know, this building or, you know, this build. I don't know. Maybe upload them as prefabs might be cool. I just don't know if anybody would use them. And the biggest thing is I wouldn't really like upload them if I didn't plan on using them in the future, so. Okay. So this corner. This is an interesting building we're working on here. Man, where to start? Okay. Ooh, there we go. I don't think I'll recycle anything. Nothing of like substance. It just doesn't really make sense for me right now. Nothing is like universally made at the moment. So, other than what I have uploaded here, these will be useful in the future. Um, is it worth a try to impress you as you did with this huge map? Would you maybe share assets if I share components and manpower to do a project and see what we can kickback from it? Um, well, these are on the COD browser. As far as the buildings go, I'm gonna have to say no for now. These are pretty exclusive to the project that I'm working on, and they're likely to be exclusive upon the release of the project when it becomes public. They're likely to remain exclusive for, you know, for a good couple months. That's I think is the idea. You know, and if I even care to put the effort in the future to like, you know, parse things out and release them, you know, per like as assets, like individual assets, you know, that's more work. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of juice in that kind of stuff. Like I don't, like I said, if I'm not gonna use it in the future, then I'm not gonna upload it, right? So, but that's not to say that I won't like make things for people. You know what I mean? Like somebody wants me to put together a Germanic or like French style, old style. Oh, what do they call it? Somebody wants me to do this for them. Somebody wants me to make these for them. This kind of style building, which I'll put together something eventually. Um, Now I will say a trade sounds pretty enticing. You know, I'm sure you got some pretty cool stuff as far as your components go, but it's just not really something I'm interested in right now. Like I said, I place blocks and I make them look pretty. If there's something specific you're looking for, maybe I can help you out. It's gonna be a while. If you see anything here that you like, you know, you're gonna have to wait. Which I would not. I wouldn't want you to wait. You know, just do your thing. But hey, I appreciate you. You know, stick around. Um, you know, let me know when you're uploading your work, and I definitely want to see it. You know, like see the projects that people are working on, and maybe we can do something in the future. It's just a lot going on right now, so I don't want to get too crazy and then neglect things, if that makes sense. Okay, like that's the best way I can explain it. I don't want to let you down, but it's just how it is. I don't even know where to start with this building. Holy. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 stories tall. Okay. Alright. I see it. I see it. Hang on. This is what we're doing. We're doing this. Right there. Okay, it's not as big as I thought, actually. That's not bad. This should probably be the same height. It's 152. We kind of want to stay in that ballpark. Also, I'm not very good at sometimes it's hard to read comments. Everybody kind of, you know, I'm not the best at reading the comments, especially on the fly. I just realized your compliment there, so I appreciate that as well too. That's very kind of you. Sorry about how we're both currently locked into projects and could not hesitate asking for future potential. I'm 256 hours into the other. Oh yeah, I'm pretty deep. I'm pretty deep. I got a few hours. And, you know, 256 hours isn't, that's not nothing either, you know? And no, you're definitely not a bother. Like I said, working on a project right now, and, you know, it's just, yeah, gotta stay locked in. Um, yeah, in the future, 100%. And, you know, hopefully near future. As crazy as it sounds, I'm aiming to have this done in the next 12 days. I don't even know if that's possible. But what kind of projects are you working on? What are you interested in? Because the zombies stuff would be cool. Zombies would be very cool. Okay, this is 152.96, so I think I need to pull this handle down. This handle up? Why is this height not? Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay. So this building sits right next to this one. There's no alley here. Okay. And that looks like it's intersecting, and I don't understand why. There's no way that gap is bigger than 2. What? Okay. Interesting. This guy gets moved. It's gonna line up right there with it. No, not the chipmunk song. We do this every night. Okay. That guy's gonna move out. There we go. Okay. So this building, like I said, is pretty tall. It's what do we say, 4 stories? Four stories tall? And it's kind of hard to tell what a story is on this thing. If you saw what I was working with, you'd understand. Okay. Go ahead and stack these guys. All right, now this building is very interesting because it has a pretty large bevel. Say the front of it is round, so we're gonna bump our steps up. Let's go with like 10 for now. Let's get our shape at 0.5, and let's make our width pretty large. Okay, so we want our shape. Probably closer to like 0.4. Like that. That's the shape we want right there. So we'll do an even. We'll do an even 0.4. Yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna watch closely how you start building. Okay, but just know, I like to break things. Okay, I break things to make things. If that makes any sense. So I have a very it's a developing building style. But I hope I can show you some cool stuff. You know, if you like what you see, then yeah, maybe you can learn the way I do stuff. I have all the VODs uploaded to YouTube here, so if you know you want to go back and see how something was made, it's there. But the style is ever developing. Alright. Alright, so we do have this pretty like dramatic face. That doesn't feel big enough. Doesn't feel big enough. Let's try that again. So I think maybe we go like 175. Probably. Okay, so we have a door in there. The doors are gonna be 48 wide, 96. There's a little bit of a window. We'll guess that's 16. So 32. One. Hold on. I'm not gonna math. Let's go 96 plus 32. 128. And then what else do we need? We have like a 30-degree window that's probably like 60 wide. So that's another 128. 128. 256. That's a nice number. And so we could really go up to 200 for this, I think. I think we could. I mean, we can hit a 0.5 here and it looks normal. Kind of. What about our sides? I think we can bump that down. We don't need that much going on here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so in this, we have kind of like these rings. These rings that come out. So, 1.0. We'll try 1.05. No, that's too big. 3, 2, 3. 2. Let's go 3. 1.03. That's nice. And then these are real thin. There's like these rings that go around this building. Like that. So let's give this a different material so we could tell what we're working with. Okay, and the interior of this place could be pretty freaking tall. It's something we gotta figure out early on here too. So let's copy this down. And we can actually make this bigger for this piece. So 1.5. It's too big. It's gonna line up with this. 1.325. 3. We can go 5. Not bad. 1.25. It's pretty thick too, so we'll do that. And there's a piece below it that's a lot shorter. So we'll go like 1 point, maybe just 1.2. That's way too much. 1.24. Okay. And that's going to be roughly the same height as this. Yeah. All right. So we have this brim, and then above that brim are windows. Why doesn't this look even? That's okay. So there's windows, and they're actually like surrounded by two of these. So there's windows in this middle section. Right? Something like that. What kind of gap do we have here? 76. Okay. And this is basically like repeating the whole way. So we're actually gonna delete that, and I'm gonna go ahead and combine these. All right. So let's merge them. Then we'll do this too. That's not what I wanted. I think that's going to be our best bet. Is to subtract. Okay. This is to block out. I'm so bad at blocking out. I always like to add details as soon as possible, but this is going to... We could probably union these now. Oh, we liked that. Okay. Kind of weird how some of this inside geometry ended up. Okay, so that's... Yeah. All these layers. Yo, what up, Twisted Rabbit? I said Twisted Wabbit. I've been working on that add-on. Oh, cool. I'm trying to see if I can reuse some of the work for making 2D word textures. What? Wait, hold on. Let me think about this. 2D Word. Textures. 2D word textures. There's a pre-made system in the game already. Oh really? Is it alive? Is it here in the library? Word. A component. What? What do you... Word? I don't know. Letter? I mean, I'm on Sandbox game mode, so I don't know if it's... I don't know if it's not part of that game mode or what. So what do you mean when you say there's a pre-made system already? For what? Like what we were talking about the other day? I did it in Sandbox game mode? Oh, that's weird. You have to like link me a video or something. It's not 3D words, it's just a 2D image. Okay. That's what I was trying to... I mean, there is something you can use to add text to stuff, right? It was in Gary's mod. You know, you use the tool gun, you type whatever you want in there, then you smack it on something. You know, you weld it to a surface. A sprite? Yeah, it functions like a sprite, except it just doesn't move. Well, I guess that's just a 2D object, but okay, so not really. But you could see it from both sides. You know, people would be like, hey, gun store here, or KOS here, right? So like there's already like a way to put letters in the game, but like you said, it is just 2D. And it's not like a mesh component or anything. It's like an entity or a prop or something. I don't 3D gets a lot more complex. Yeah. I was thinking about it as soon as I got off and I was like, because you know what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to make, I don't even know if it would be convenient. Yeah, it seems like it is a simple concept, but like putting it into play is kind of like, it's very difficult. Because what you have to do is you have to have text, and then you have to get that text to convert into, you know, a mesh object somehow that can be extruded. And so it's like, what do you do? Do you just have like this pre-made library of 3D objects in that tool? And then as you're typing, it puts those 3D objects, you know, out into the world, which is like, at that point, I'm just going to upload the entire alphabet to the cloud browser, you know? So yeah, it is definitely a weird thing to try to make convenient. I still think it's possible. I just don't know how it can be done yet. Okay, so this is the second story. This is the third story. And so we will have a fourth story. But yeah, thanks for at least, you know, looking into it, giving it a shot. You know, if you do come up with anything, let me know. But it is an interesting prospect. It's probably not as easy as it sounds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from here, we have something up top. Oh yeah, this building is much taller than the buildings around it. Um, wait, we don't we don't need that. We can just grab this and do that. Okay, but actually we might still want this for like the top. So we'll put something up there like that. And bring this down. See how it looks from here. That's a pretty good size, I think. I think it should come up a little bit. This should come up too. Let's see. More. Like right there. Okay. And this will sit right on top. Like that. And it's going to be slightly bigger too. So we'll change our local scale to 1.01. It's very subtle. Probably even more subtle than that. 1.0 0.085. 0.005. There we go. Okay. Is it a brush cube made out of a sprite with a leaf brush texture that can have transparent holes so the character can go inside and hide? I use sprites to decorate 3D low poly assets. Okay, you did mean leaf texture. Okay. Push cube. Made out of sprites, huh? Okay, so that lip up top comes out like that. Now we need to take care of the windows. So some of the windows are recessed, and some of them are not. Alright, so what we have is like beams that go up like that. Alright. How wide is this? 6. Let's make it 4. And 4 deep as well. And we'll snug it up against this wall. I'm gonna try something new here. Okay. Let's drag this up. And what we need is like, we need a pivot point. We need a pivot point. So let's make that. I need this face to come out. That. And let's really make this precise. Alright, so that's right on the first line. No, I'm not going to do that. Let's make it right here. Figure out where that first line is. So it's right here. So you want it to be like symmetrical. It's close. Right, that's right on the line. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, so now we have our cross section, which is going to show us where our pivot point is going to be. There might be a better way to do this, but I don't know. We're going to do it this way. We have that. And this will be our pivot point. So as long as we're in the center of this, during our pivots, we'll be good. Okay. So let me go ahead and just make sure nothing's funny with it. Then we'll copy that.
I've been thinking about you, how your voice shakes when you're lying. Make everything
All right, now
about you.
we can take this
Can I just be a
and
specimen?
we can mirror it based on this.
Still be here when we're in hard times,
Let's change that material so it's easier to see. Okay. I don't know if that's the best way to do this. Let's see. 24.64. 25. I don't know. I don't know. Let's try a different way before we do all that craziness. I have another idea. Okay. So this comes out 1.005. Okay. So if we do that, that might get us what we need. That's still pretty messy. What if we do 0? Ooh. Interesting. Shape 0. Pretty sure we want our shape to be Okay, so we need a step in there, don't we? Zero, 1, 2. Gonna have to jump into tutorial hell. Ooh, wish you good until the next subscribe. Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Good luck with your tutorials. And I appreciate you being here. I think if I grab all these faces and bring them in, that might do it. I gotta shift. That's getting really close. That's like so close to what I need. I'm on a grid of 4, so it's gonna be impossible. Go to a grid of 2. Grid of 1. Might do it. I think that achieves the look that we want. I mean, that's as close as we're gonna get. So what this is gonna look like is this is all glass, and then the rest is some like white metal, which I think I used over here. This is it's kind of dirty, but it's got character. Doesn't have to be clean. Okay, wait, so we'll do that. And then we'll go back to our class. This doesn't do it exactly how I need it, but I think this is the best way we're gonna get like this even curved window that also has like, you know, individual windows, panes, dividers like that. That's the best we can do, I think. And honestly, that looks pretty good. So now we just have to figure out. We can get rid of it. We can get rid of this. Now we just have to figure out how to get it in between. Ooh, it's already there because we already made it the size that we need to. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. I love the way that looks. Okay. That's kind of insane. All right, I'm gonna let the dog out. I'll be right back. Stare at this insane. Oh yeah, he knows. He knows. He heard out the word out. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. Let's take a look at this from the ground. Let's actually hit this with a save. Okay. So that does look good. It looks like close to our reference, but not exact. So I probably should have thought about how many like this is divided by, and there's 10 faces there. I really need like half of that. But I think because this, it's really hard to, like if I were to do that, I would basically be redoing this whole thing. I'm trying to think about the best way to do this. Maybe we could try again real quick. Let's grab this and let's look at this. So the gap is 63, which is a very weird number to work with here. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, let's make this 63 again. And let's just try another version of this. So, how do we get our face back here? Like, how do I how do I undo a bevel essentially? I think we do that. Then I think we take you and we just kind of bring you in, and we'll just join these together, build the top and the bottom. Hopefully that doesn't give us any problems with like faces being like inside out or something. So we'll snap and then we'll merge. And now we have this where we can fill. And then we have this where we can fill. And our bevel. Oh geez, it's gone. What do we do? 200? How's that look? Looks about right. So 200. I think our steps was 8. So we'll do 4. But if 8 got us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm trying to figure out exactly what happened. Well, let's just. We'll do a couple. We'll take that and we'll kind of test. So grab this. Bevel. What was our shape? 0.4? Or was it 0.5? I feel like we would have done 0.5. I could go back and check, but that's okay. Alright. So however many faces we have here, that's how many windows we're going to have. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5. How can we get 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. There's really no... Kind of do a decimal here. 2.5? Nope, doesn't work that way. Fortunately. 2, 4, 3. 3 is the closest we're gonna get. That's gonna give us 2, 3, 5. That's gonna give us 6 windows. And 2 just doesn't look right. So we'll go 3. And we'll apply that. We'll grab this and then we'll move it. I want to do... How's our spacing? Was 4 good enough? I think 4 was good enough. Let's go 2. Let's go 2 this time. So grab this face and bring it down 2. This face 2. And now we want to split this. Like that. And so we'll grab that, that. We'll grab all these edges. I don't know if I grabbed it all the way up last time, so this might even be better. So I don't get those triangles. Alright. Then we'll go bevel. And what do we do for the bevel? Well, that is interesting. We did 0. We did 1. And then we did 4, but we're going to do 2. Maybe even 1. Because then that'll give us a 2. And that's just, it's not enough. It doesn't seem like enough. But it is enough. Let me see what 2 looks like. Here we could go a decimal. We can go 1.5. And that's going to give us a width of 3. I think I like that. Everything is square. There's no triangles. That looks good. So let's go ahead and go with that. And then grab these faces. And let's try not to resize. Let's see if we can how's that look? It looks a little awkward. This looks pretty rounded and like natural, except for that and there. So how can we make this not be at like such a strange angle? We're gonna have to resize, I think, instead of just moving it. So we'll do this like that. And so that gets us the shape that we want. It does a pretty good job. Let's get some materials on that. Let's see what it looks like. These windows look so wide, but once we get on the ground, it looks pretty normal. That doesn't look too bad. I do favor the top over the bottom. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I like that better. Oh, we got to make this 1.005. Whoa, not 1005. 0.005. 1.005. Like that. And that's not really playing ball. And I wonder why. Because we did our order. We did our order kind of weird, I think. Okay. Now that we're back here, we can resize it. And then we can select our faces. And let's just make sure that actually, whoa, make sure that actually sits how we want it to. Let's put it in there. Yeah, that's good. Then we'll take this material. And then our glass. See how that looks. It should line up now. Okay, something's going on. And it's probably the way that we're resizing our windows, but that's fine. Because we're gonna end up like basically getting rid of this whole like level, so we'll just see through it. It's not gonna be a big deal. Wonder how this one ended up so nice. We're just gonna go with it. So this, where does this go? This goes right here. Make sure it gets lined up. Perfect. And this is every other spot. So right there. This one, as good as it looks, we'll save it, because who knows. And then we'll put that up there. I wonder if I can grab that face. It's not the right face. I want this one. And I can drag it down, hopefully. Still not the right face. Is it this? Yeah, there we go. So we bring that all the way down. There. I don't think I'm going to do an interior for this, but we'll like do the fake looking interior. And this guy will have to come down. Same thing here. Nice. It looks good. Let's move this before we get too crazy. Oh, I removed it. So what I need to grab is in here. Where is it? Well, that goes all the way up. So is it that? No. Come on, give me the right piece. That. There's probably a better way to do this, but this is working. Everything even? Yeah. Cool. Alright. Go through and remove all the unnecessary faces later. Okay. Let's go ahead and hide these. I don't know if I'll use them. So we need to cut these middle levels about right here. Because there's like pillars that go up. And they could be made out of this metal material. But I would rather them be this like this plaster. Well, this is like kind of wallpaper. Let's go ahead and put a block here. So there's kind of like these dividers that go all the way up the length next to these windows. And it kind of it continues every so often like this. So we might, I don't know if we're gonna end up making this perfectly spaced or not. We'll see. So there's one all the way up here. There's one like right there. There's another one right there. Then there's like a pretty large gap here. What is that distance? 208? It's kind of what we want here too. 14. That's kind of like the structure or the geometry on this side of this building. And then there's also a piece that sticks out here. And it's kind of like an arch. I don't know how we're gonna do that yet. Ooh, I should have kept my pivot point here. Do I still have it? There's no way I still have it. There's no way I still have it. Oh, I still have it. Okay. That might be super helpful. So we'll take these. And we're going to mirror. Hopefully. I can't see. Okay, hopefully this shows us where we're going to be mirroring. Ah, okay. If I remember right, I fixed it so you can grab these handles. Yes. All right, let's stretch that out. And how's that? It's like really close. As long as they're all, I think it's increasing. I don't think that's right. Okay, that looks pretty even. So we'll just apply that. And it does say 90. Okay. Take it. Get rid of these guys. And we'll just move these in by hand. Let's see if we have that lined up properly. I don't think we do. That's just a matter of moving them over a little bit. Like right there. So that gap looks about the same. Alright, it's taking shape. This is a cool building. Actually a really cool building. So oh, you know what? Those aren't even touching in the first place. Jeez. Let's grab those. Move them in. Okay. Alright, so we gotta figure out these windows. So let's go ahead and merge these. And we're gonna be making some cuts. So that's what we want out of this right there. And so I wonder if, okay, nice. Did work. So these are gonna go here, except there's no windows in here. It's just metal framing. That's it. But maybe the best way to do that is just to delete those. These are gonna be fun to texture. Kind of sits in there like that. Except they need to be taller. Well, this is gonna get a little weird. I don't know if this is the best way to do this. Alright, so that fills that gap hopefully for all of them. And it does not. So we will separate. Then we could just grab these individually. Put them where they need to go. That ended up being a little bit too tall for that. These middle sections should work. Alright, I mean, it's not perfect. Alright, what's going on with this? Really doesn't give us much room in there. But I mean, it's really close to how we need it. I'm kind of okay with this. Any, like, anything that's overlapping, I think we could just bump it ever so slightly. I don't like that. We'll end up using a boolean. And we'll get that, like, precise. But the framework is there. Quite literally. And this... Should I just bring it down like that? What's the height in between our faces here? 64.5. Oh, this is messy. I don't like this at all. But it looks good. Yeah. Okay. So next there's these red vents. Let's go ahead and shore these up before we do anything crazy. So this against this. We're gonna subtract. I'll just do that. Oh. What do we do? Let's undo that. That's pretty much what we want, to like line those up so nothing's intersecting. We could do it here too. That gets a little weird because the meshes are merged. So we'll just chill on that. Okay, but there's these red vents that I need to make in between these posts. Let's grab something red. I think I know exactly what I'm going to use. These guys. So they kind of sit up here. Like a quarter of the way up here. Yeah. Maybe a little bit taller. That's pretty much what we're looking for. See if we could do something really interesting with this. So I'm gonna remove the back of this, and then we're gonna come to the front. And for once, we're gonna use the slice tool. Because we kind of have vents in this. They seem like vents. So something like that. And I think that applies like automatically, so we just get out of there. No, it doesn't. Go back. How do we get that to stick? What are these? Is there a problem with a 0 being there? Shouldn't be. Why does it show me this many lines if it doesn't actually make them? Right? to hit the button again? Yeah, okay, that's how you do it. Alright. So then this line, we want to, let's add a bevel to that. And that's pretty good. We want it on the outside too. But like not here. Okay. We bevel that. That's not it. Could do that though. Let's go with it. And then I'll grab all these. And we'll just move those back out. We really just want to make a cut on the very sides. So now we grab like every other one. Which we might need to make one more. How tall is this? 2.75? 2. And then 2, 3. That should be 2.75. So we have something like that. Now what we're gonna do with it is extrude these up like this. And yeah. So let's go ahead and add a glass material. No, I want a black material. Black steel? That works. So we'll do that. And then we'll stretch it up like that. So now we have this vent. Which looks pretty interesting. I think we'll rely on the materials to give this some character. Pretty solid. Iffy. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Excuse me. Sorry if you heard that. I know my mic can be pretty sensitive, but yeah, I'm doing good. We're grinding. You know, we since you were last here, we got this building done, interiors and all. Looks kind of bland. But I'm really hyped about that, getting this done. And now we're working on this corner. What are you up to? It's pretty early, right? 4 a.m. for me. These look pretty solid. Let's grab a different size. Is that gonna work? Yeah. And we'll do it on the bottom too. Doing some modeling, I guess. It all feels like modeling when you think about it. And I'm not talking about Vogue. All right. Cool, that looks really good. So what about these? These can be a little smaller. So we'll grab a different piece. We'll grab like this. And that looks decent. I love the fast texture tool. I didn't know how to use it, so it definitely wasn't fast. I didn't understand it, but it's now I get it. Now I get it. Just had to spend a little time with it. I'm probably not even using it to its fullest potential. Still, which is, you know, could still improve. Oh, that looks really solid. I'm not sure about how reflective the back of this is. I don't want it to be, I don't want it to be reflective. Let's grab a different material for that. Let's see, what do we got? Just need black. Matte. That might do it. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Okay. So, what are we gonna do the bottoms too? And the top. We don't have to do the top. Top will not be visible. So we can actually get rid of that. Yeah, and we'll leave the sides on there too, so we can adjust this for different things. I almost want this bottom piece to be white. Like that, but smaller. It's pretty solid. It doesn't look too weird, right? And that will go right in there. Right in there. Let's go ahead and bring this back on the one grid. Okay, so those vents are pretty deep. So we can fix that. That might do it, but probably just gonna end up being even with the wall. So let's go ahead and give it one of those. Nice. So this vent basically runs along these windows, every single spot. And then underneath these vents, there are more windows. A lot of windows on this building. That's just how it is. So, you know, this will come over and it'll be like, you know, there'll be one here. And, let's see, how wide is this? 516? 516 divided by 2 is 258. So, wait, that's not right. That's not how wide it was. 168. 168 divided by 2 is 84. So we need this to be 84. Oh, interesting. The materials don't move with it. Okay. So we have this, and then we have that. It's sort of like a double vent in that space. And these are all different, aren't they? Oh no, that's the same. Okay, so I can reuse these. Let's go ahead and fix this material. Once we get one layer done, the rest of them will be a piece of cake. More color. Piece. That's good. Okay. Get these ones too. Okay, those are all done. And then the insides didn't change. We'll go ahead and delete that. Then we'll take this, move it over. Will it fit here? Yes, it will. And then what are we doing here? 116? Weird. What about here? 112. So why don't we go ahead and make one of them 132? Right. Four. Move it over 8. $132. And then we can grab the single and bring it over. Alright. And so there is a point in the middle. Right? Like that's 208. That's 208. That's 208. So in this middle section, We actually don't have these. Well, we do, but you're like even smaller. Like I could take this and I could basically just cut it like that. And that's basically what we got. That's what we're working with. Same thing here. So we have these like half vents on the side. All right, then we'll do this last one. Which we'll make it two. Well, I didn't want to have to rematerialize this, but we'll do it. All right, how's that? We still gotta fix the insides. Which will be this guy. Well, apparently I didn't copy that over. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and combine these. And that didn't. Did that work? I missed one. Okay. Now we can bring them up. See a gap. Why do we have a gap? Everyone, calm down. It's fixed. Yeah, this is really starting to take shape now. Alright, so I would like to keep going, but my dog's gonna be pissed if I don't wake up on time, so yeah. We're gonna call it here. Good progress today. We could do better though. We could do more. We could do more. Always do more. So yeah, we've been going for 4.5 hours. We're on Twitch. Almost 4 hours on YouTube with the incident with the first stream not having any audio, so that's fun. But yeah. I thought I hid those. Must have control Z'd a bunch. Yeah, this is looking really good. So yeah, pretty sick. And there's gonna be doors right here. Get in. This is a pretty epic building. I like it so far. I really do. Windows like this in the frame, and just the round on this corner, super cool. Super cool. So yeah, that's a fun one. And I'm still worried these aren't even. I'm not gonna like stress over it too much. I might fix it later. I think I just gotta bump it this way a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, this is a pretty cool building. And it fits nicely next to our old building. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. Alright, I'm pressing the button. Thanks for watching, thanks for being here. I think we got 2 new subs today on YouTube. We got chatters on Twitch and YouTube. So, thank you. Thanks for watching, thanks for being here. And yeah. Bye now.